We've all seen it and experienced it. That guy, that girl, the one that just picks a fight for no reason. You're sitting there observing and you're going, why did they do that? They just poke and prod and they pick and poke. We're going to talk about it on today's podcast. Hi, my name is Michael Johnson. I'm a ballroom dance professional, a life coach, and a peak performance expert. I'm part of a group of motivated people who are dedicated to attaining emotional mastery and unlocking our full potential. We've realized life is a dance. The ups and downs can spin you out of your mind, but it's time to take back control. It's time to become a lifer. We don't believe others are responsible for how we feel. In fact, we don't believe anyone can make us feel anything. We are a new breed of overachievers. Emotional mastery is our journey, and unlocking our full potential is the key. Welcome to the journey. We are lifers, and this is Magic for Life. What's up, lifers? Michael Johnson here with the Magic for Life podcast. I'm so excited you joined me today. I have a freaking awesome thing to tell you about and share with you today. It's all about what I call dynamics. Yes, and I know I say it all the time. I'm a dancer. It's in my soul. It'll never go away. It's who I am. It's part of what I do. And dancers work on dynamics. Why do they work on dynamics? Because when you have a routine that you've worked on and danced about 70,000 times over and over and over again, and your coaches have cleaned it and they've put things where they're supposed to be, and you're dancing it the same way, exactly the same way every time, the dancer goes into this emotional debt, like we talked about in the last podcast, and they don't know what to do. They're like, what is this? What do I do next? Because I'm so bored and I've put so much work into it, and I've put the time in, and I've worked hard, and I've put the physicality into it, and I've done everything you've said, and somebody just looked at my cha-cha, my waltz, my whatever, and they went, you look boring. Are you bored? Do you not like what you're doing? Well, gosh, sometimes your life is just like that. Maybe somebody made the observation, are you okay? And you're thinking to yourself, no, I'm not okay. My life is boring. I get up, I do the same routine every day, and I go to work, and I do the same routine every day. I do this at this time. I go here at this time. I talk to this person at this time. And you created all these programs that you're running every day, and you're going, is this what life is all about? And so, just like that guy or gal that picked a fight at your local tavern last week, or you were in a crowd and somebody started doing something, everything was fine and they started poking and prodding, or you're with your group of friends and there's that one person that just pokes and pushes. What are they doing? They are naturally in our world creating a dynamic situation for their emotional state. Whoa, that was heavy. They're naturally in their world creating a dynamic situation for their emotional state because they're bored. They're bored out of their mind. And you know what? You're guilty too. You have your addictions. You have your addictions to your emotions. And that's what your addictions really are. I don't care what you're addicted to. It's really an emotion that you're addicted to, right? And you've got to understand that these emotions, you're addicted to it because it helps you to feel a certain way. And when you've done that same thing to feel that same way over and over again, you get bored because we're human. We need variety. Now, some of you need certainty too, and that's true, but you all need variety to some extent. And so you do this thing, and so you feel a certain way, but you know what? It stops feeling that way if you do it too much. And so what do? You naturally, dynamically start to poke and prod at your life so that you can feel something. You know you've done it. We all do it. We've all done it. You just poke and prod. And that's it. It's that simple. Okay, but the podcast isn't over. So we need to talk about dynamics. And in dance, see, this is what I love about dance. Again, I'm not telling you to go learn how to dance. If you want to, there's tons of studios. Send me an email and I'll help you find one, okay? But listen, life is a dance. I mean, for goodness sakes, it's on my book, right? Emotional Mastery Secrets for the Dance of Life. Yeah, that's a true thing. Yeah, absolutely. So We're talking about dynamics. Well, what if you learned to dynamically create your experience and dynamically create your emotional experience every day? That would be cool. Wouldn't that be cool? Okay, guess what? I've got all sorts of cool tools to tell you about, because in dance, as you do the same routine every day and you work on the inches, put this body here, put this here, put the head there, put this arm here, put that there, and you work on the minutia of putting everything in its place, and then you do it 100 times and you go, I am bored out of my mind. And so your body goes, well, change it up. But guess what? Your coach was bored before that. Your life was bored before that. And so sometimes to yourself, you create some dynamic experiences. Well, let's talk about it from an artistic perspective. All right, this is easy. You've got a white piece of paper here, and you got a red piece of paper here. Now my students, my longtime students, they all know it's coming, right? And we take this red piece of paper and we go like this. And as we do that, now I know if you're not watching on YouTube, go find me on YouTube. Come on, guys, I'm showing something here. Okay, so if you get those two pieces of paper together, I should have got two pieces of paper. Gosh, dang it, I was on video and I didn't even remember. Okay, so I got two pieces of paper here, right? And here's these two pieces. This one's red, this one's white. And as I move this in front, this little piece of red covers the white, and other people in the world goes, ooh, that's art. Okay, well, maybe not to you, but to somebody it's art. And so you move it a little further and it's still art. And so you move it a little bit further and it's still art, right? Because you got a little white and you got a little red and it's artistic. Okay, but at a certain moment, when you do this, it is now just a red piece of paper and there's not really art, right? It's just a red piece of paper. You don't have a red and a white, you just have a red. Okay, that's simple. Now, what is dynamics? Dynamics is differences. That's it. Pretty cool, right? Okay, so what's the difference? That's it. So what do you do in your world when you're experiencing some emotional dynamics, when you're doing it to yourself or when other people are doing it to you? They're looking for some type of emotional reaction. You are looking for some type of an emotional reaction to wake up your world. And sometimes those things are negative and sometimes those things are positive. And sometimes people do drugs. Don't do it, right? Don't do that. Because they're looking for some emotional dynamic, something to get them to just feel something else besides what they were feeling. And so they need to change it up dynamically. But you know what? That's because nobody taught you how to do it. Sorry if I scared you in your ear. Nobody taught you how to do this dynamically. We need variety, and we all need different levels of variety. Yes, I understand that. Just check out The Human Needs. It's a great talk by Anthony Robbins. It's on YouTube and the interwebs all over the place, right? But we need variety and we need certainty. So you got to learn it. You got to learn how to create variety, how to create dynamics in your emotional experiences every day. Because if not, your world, your body, your mind, other people, they'll start to poke and prod to create dynamics either for them or for you. And if you are a slave to the outside experiences in your world, I mean, I hope you're not. I hope that's why you're here listening to this podcast, is to break the slavery bonds of emotional states that other people are applying to you. Don't do that. Do your emotions. We do our emotions. And it's time for you to step up and do your emotions. And if that offends you, I'm sorry, you don't have to listen. It was nice knowing you. Right? But if it's time for you to do your emotions, great. You're going to find that if you do an emotion really well and you get bored with it, you're going to start to poke and prod at it because you need some variety. And when you do, you're going to understand, you're going to remember that we talked about this. You need to learn about dynamics. If you'd like to learn more about dynamics, let me know. Send me an email at info@magicforlife.com. I'd love to hear from you, and we'd love to direct you in some really cool tools that we have to learn about emotional dynamics. and how they'll improve your world, help you take your life to the next level. Anyway, I'm so excited that you joined me today on this podcast. I hope you got something great out of it. And if you know somebody that you could change their life with this because they need to hear it, please pass it on to them. Help change the world, because maybe this will resonate with them in such a way that they'll make some big changes and then change a whole bunch of other people's lives. And we'd love to see that. So anyway, we'll see you on the next podcast. Thanks again for joining me today. Take care. Bye-bye. Want more magic for life? If so, then reserve your copy of my new book. Get your copy at everyminutebook.com. Inside this book, you'll find the secrets to attaining the next level of performance in anything you do. Learn the secrets behind emotional mastery that'll start you on your new journey of being a lifer. Whether you're an athlete, a business professional, or an artist, this book will change your life forever. Get your copy reserved today.